Hey, it's Akriash here. This is going to be a YouTube exclusive, so it's not going to be featured on my cosplay channel. This one I'm doing is called Catnip Manga. I do not have a physical copy because it is an online manga. I'm doing the video because it is created by one of the authors that I'm featuring in this artist alley. I did her video last week, Svetlana Gravelin. She did Thicket. When I contacted her to let her know about her video, she informed me she had an online manga. It is still undergoing. I have read it up to where it is currently, and I will be putting the link in the description, so check it out. But it's really good. It's also explicit, so if you are not old enough, do not go there. Just don't. Again, I do not support that. I don't like people getting others in trouble because they don't want to be considerate of the fact that they're putting others at risk. This manga, the characters are feline, obviously, Catnip. It's got a Victorian feel to it. They have the higher class, the servants, so on and so forth. And I really do love the Victorian feel. It looks like it's going to turn into a yaoi manga because the two main characters are both male and they clearly have a bit of a thing for each other. But so far, all of the explicit content has been male-female, so that is a thing. Obviously, the one main character, he does sleep with women, but by the looks, he does have an attraction for the man he's working for, so I'm guessing he's bi. I can't really tell. But the man he's working for, he is in an arranged marriage. It is not something he seems to enjoy, but considering how they have the period, he really doesn't have much of a choice. He's an only child, and in that era, name and station meant a lot. He was a station, he was an only child, he had to keep the head of the family going, he had to keep the family line going, so he was in an arranged marriage. Honestly, when you first meet the two of them, it's a lot of bickering because the aristocrat, he's really snotty. I don't think it's anything. I mean, it's just his station, his upbringing. His name is actually Akita. So, yeah. He's a little prissy. Whereas his servant is Felix. He's going to be his bodyguard. Or he is his bodyguard. He actually does save his life at one point in the series. And it forced Akita to come to terms with the fact that he really did actually care about Felix, despite the fact that he was trying to think of him as a lowly servant and out of place. Felix seems to be a little bit of a whore. He's flirting with almost everyone. He sleeps with one girl he has no intention of being with. You can tell. She's like all over him and he's just like, sure, you're here. Why not? He has no intention of that going any further. Literally at one point when he ends up back in town, he sees her little brother and he flat out tells the little brother, don't tell her I'm here or that I'm hurt, just because he didn't want to get her attention. So he has no intention of that going anywhere. Sadly, she's actually there at his place because she overheard her brother talking about him after he'd gotten injured saving Akita. She'd gone to his place doing whatever she is trying to do to seduce him, and she is there when Akita decides he's going to go see Felix and admit that he's developed some feelings for him. It did not go well. That is actually currently up to where I am. Akita has run off into the night because he just doesn't want to deal with it. He really, really doesn't. Which I can't blame him. The situation was bad. As the story goes, like in the first few pages, I've seen the art's a little asymmetrical, like she hadn't quite figured out how they looked yet. So in the first few pages, the artwork is a little rough. But as you go, you can honestly see how she settled into their character design. It becomes more fluid. She does seem to favor angular drawing. And that's fine. It's not as harsh as it was in some of the other ones I've featured. But she does have it slightly angular. But it is good artwork. The character designs are well thought out. They're consistent. And the style she's put them in matches with the period and the genre she's actually going with. So that's actually really cool. I like when people keep it consistent. It really throws me when it's like, oh, here we're gonna have this, but hey, we're just gonna throw this in from wherever because, yeah, no. Granted, I've role-played, I've done fanfiction. I do that on occasion just to make the story interesting, but that's not something I'm putting out there for everyone else to read. It's just me having fun with a friend. So, if you do that, I'm nothing against you. It's just I like my stories to be consistent, even if there's a complete madness to it, like Alice in Wonderland. Doesn't make sense, but there is a consistency to the madness. She is consistent in her artwork, the character development. Even Akita, in his denial and going to realize he's developed feelings for Felix, it is consistent. He actually struggles with that. He fights it for a while before he accepts it, and he only really accepts it when he realizes how close he came to Felix actually dying, because Felix was actually severely injured trying to protect him. So it was like a slap in the face, which is how reality works. But I really enjoyed it. I am going to keep it bookmarked on my website because I do really, really, really want to finish it. I want to see where this goes. I'm hoping that maybe one day, once it's done, maybe she'll actually put it out so I can get a hard copy. That'd be awesome. I would love that. I'm not promising she will. This is hers. It is online. I will have the link below. Again, this is Catnip Manga by Svetlana Gravelin. I am sorry again about not having a hard copy, but please check out the link. If you are new, hit the subscribe. I will embed it. I have started figuring that out, so yay. I will also link the previous video, so keep an eye out. Feel free to check out other videos. If you know an author or you are an author that wants to be featured, or you want to promote a book, or you want to give a shout out, feel free to comment or message. I will be happy to look into it. I will be happy to look into your work. And I believe that is all. Again, this is Akriash.